xenophobia. We need foreigners. They are our people. Here today we're trying to save our jobs.
Are you local? Are you local?
We are locals.
And how are you losing your job?
We are losing our jobs because when they are taking the foreigners away, that's the foreigners who are giving us jobs.
No, what is it with South Africans? South Africans are now protesting that foreigners must come back. In fact, foreigners must stay.
South Africans are massively protesting on the streets of South Africa, requesting that foreigners must stay. According to these women, they say that they actually get their jobs from the foreigners that have actually, created a company in their country. In fact, according to her, she said that when these jobs are being put into the hands of, locals, which are South Africans, they can't even do half of the works that foreigners are doing in their country. In fact, that they feed their children today is because they have foreigners in their country. And the taxi drivers in South Africa have actually come out to protest that, they are even countering the protest, the march-to-march protest, saying that after the march-to-march protest, it's hard for them to get jobs. And they are coming out to say, we need foreigners in our country. So I did not say this. This girl, these people, these women actually said this by themselves. I'm going to be allowing you guys to watch the video at the screen and make sure you drop your comment on the comment section. If you're just seeing me for the first time, please subscribe.
Xenophobia. We need foreigners. They are our people. Here today we're trying to save our jobs.
Are you local? Are you local?
We are locals.
And how are you losing your job?
We are losing our jobs because when they are taking the foreigners away, that's the foreigners who are giving us jobs. Yes.
So
we won't have jobs.
Are you in the clothing factories here?
Yes, we are in the clothing factories.
So I say that again. Are you saying that when they remove the foreigners, as the government is saying, you are going to be without a job?
Yes, we won't have jobs.
Why is that?
Most of the foreigners are machinists.
Right.
We don't have local machinists.
But people are saying machinists are everywhere. The machinists are everywhere.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Yes, that's a lie.
No, but when we post about the foreigners and the local, we can't get the locals to be machinists. They all tell us, no, the machinists are everywhere. Thousands. We are lying. Are you local guys saying that because the government is saying no? There are thousands of workers here.
No to xenophobia. We need foreigners. They are our people. We understand. All we know as South Africans, we know how to cut the dress. That's all. But the foreigners, most of them, they know how to do the garments.
So darling, hold on. Please send a message to your president, Mr. Ramaphosa, and tell him what you just said now.
Mr. Ramaphosa, you can't chase the foreigners. They are part of us. They are our people. If you chase them, we are nothing. The factories are going to be closed, and we're going to be poor. We are going to be hungry. We have children. What our children are going to eat? Nothing. We need foreigners. I'm working on almost 5 years. When you don't have the foreigners in the factory, we won't have no job. We won't have nothing. We are poor. Foreigners will live here in South Africa. We won't have nothing. We won't have nothing. We need the foreigners here. They can't even make one garment.
Who? Local?
South African people.
But you're the local, you're saying the truth. Is that the truth?
We've been trying to train them. Since last year, we didn't have one good machinist.
Not one?
To do even one garment.
But MK Labour Desk says, ANC loses, says plenty of people out there for machinists.
They're supposed to give us that people. One of them must come and bring one people to show us how to do the job. But they can't give us any one person to replace the foreigners. We can't chase somebody without a person.
No, what is it with South Africans? South Africans are now protesting that foreigners must come back. In fact, foreigners must stay. One of the key places in South Africa that the entire anti-immigrants chase away or xenophobic attacks started happening is Durban in the KwaZulu-Natal. Those are the places we saw the entire attacks coming from in the early stages of the entire thing. Now, we have a clothing shoe wear, textiles and all of that association called the Etiquette Clothing and Leather Association, ECLA. And these people are now staging a protest saying that no, they are not for the match and they are not for the illegal chase away, because as for them, they want the foreigners to stay. Let's watch them, then I explain why they want them to stay. As to why they are saying this, according to them, because of the anti-immigrant attacks that are going on in South Africa, the owners and the machinists in the company are foreigners. Therefore, they are saying that they are scared. They are closing their businesses down, and these people have to go and sit home, because without the foreigners, they will not be able to work. Why? The foreigners are the machinists in the company. They know how to deal with all those big machines that they use for the textiles production, for the shoes manufacturing and all of that. They know how to operate here and there. So if they don't come to work, they don't have local machinists that will be able to control the entire thing. So if they sack the foreigners, then they are losing their jobs. Therefore, they want the foreigners to stay.
One of the areas that we would have to look at as well, that has come to my attention as well, is our artists. Majority of South African artists perform on the continent, and many of them are seeing their gigs being cancelled. So that's another impact of the work, because they benefit quite a lot. They perform on live performance events and everything, so they are receiving a thing. We've not been able to work together, so we'll definitely work together with arts and culture to understand the impact for them to get. But one artist did reach out to me to say all her gigs were cancelled on the continent. She was meant. This is an income lost by a South African.
Black South Africans are suffering from what is called the Stockholm Syndrome. They love their tormentors who are white. That is why it is not even xenophobia. A friend of me corrected me. It is Afrophobia. Okay. It is Africans that they do not want. It is the whites who still control over 70% of their land. It is the whites who run an enclave called Orania, where blacks are not allowed.
I know of Orania.
So when you look at it and you see even the very cagey responses by Matemela Cyril Ramaphosa, it is only after 1 month that he's now coming up and making an address, trying to be as diplomatic as you can be. But you can see in his heart of hearts that he is with the men and women in the streets. Because these individuals, through their utterances, have led others to commit murder. 5 Mozambicans dead. They have led others to lose their property. The Ghanaians have taken away or repatriated nearly 300 of them. The Nigerians are saying, and then they are saying that their fellow Africans are criminals. You would imagine that if you took away all the criminals, then South Africa would be heaven without any crime. Yet statistics tell us 90% of those in jail and counting are South African male, which means that they are the ones who are committing the crimes. If there is one odd non-South African who is engaged in this, let them be dealt with in accordance with the law. And my good friend Julia Selo Malema said something with which I agree.
Yes.
They have started going for the foreigners. When they are done with the foreigners, they'll now turn on Veda, on Venda, Pedi, and Songa, giving meaning to that famous aphorism, if you remember, City by Martin Niemola. First they came for the Jews. And I said nothing because I was not a Jew. They came for the communists. Then they came for me. So when one sees what is happening, this Afrophobia, where they are telling us go and repair your country, and I think some of them have never traveled, and they must imagine that in Africa we live on trees jumping from branch to branch. Okay. Perhaps some of them, we should give them a free tour of Africa, including Nairobi and Dar es Salaam and other places and Abuja, so that they are able to see that we cannot in good nature talk about African integration when we are not working together. And lastly,
yes,
I hope to see that the leaders of these gangs should be arrested and prosecuted. It is only then that I'll know the South African administration is serious about this thing.
Currently, this match to match is currently affecting the economic finances or economic situation of South Africa, and it is not really making sense at all, because in as much as South Africans say they don't want both illegal and legal migrants in their country, it is still affecting them, because some South Africans are going through the streets and seeing a lot of African shops and migrant shops or illegal migrant shops being locked, and these are the people that they've chased out of their country. They can't even get a lot of things. In fact, the economic hardship in South Africa currently is really hard. I saw on someone's comment section, the person was talking about the price of tomatoes in South Africa. It is currently insane. Even the Uber drivers are coming out to complain about not getting people to hop into their cars for them to make money. In fact, I saw a video where they were countering the match-to-match protesters, telling them that we have to feed our children. These are the people that patronize them. And it's not really making sense again, because some of these women that came out to protest are being paid by the foreigners. They are working for them, they are paying them, and some of them are saying that South Africans are lazy. They can't even do the works that these foreigners does in their country. My question is, do you really think that this is going to cause a lot for South Africa? In fact, the artists' music are being cancelled. Their shows across Africa and the world is being cancelled. A lot of everyone in Africa and beyond are cancelling South Africa, not just in football, but every other thing, even in music and everything. Let me know what you think on the comment section. If you think this is going to be a lot loss for South Africa, don't forget to like and share. Thank you so much. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.